decorations that you can do in your room or somewhere else in your house. So let's just go ahead and get started with those. So I'm going to start with this pine garland display. I bought this garland from the Dollar General for $2 and it was 15 feet long, so I cut it in half and just twisted the sides so it doesn't fall apart. Now I took one of the strands and I folded it in half and twisted it to make it a little fuller, and I taped it from one top corner of my window to the other corner. So I took some pre-cut ribbon that was a foot long and I just hot glued a dot on one side and then wrapped it around the garland and glued it together, and I did this 3 times and just separated the ribbons out a good distance from one another. Next, I just hung the candy canes from the ribbon and I was done. And now for the poinsettia and burlap banner. So from the center of a piece of paper, I'm going to draw 2 lines out, and those 2 lines are 10 inches apiece. Next, I'm going to cut down those lines, and I'm also going to cut 1 inch off the top as well. So use your pattern to trace it out onto the burlap. Next, just take a piece of felt and stick that underneath the burlap, and take some craft glue and go around the edges of your pattern. You're going to take a sponge brush and just brush out that glue, and by doing this it will help prevent your burlap from fraying. Once the glue is completely dry, you can go ahead and cut out your little shapes. I'll link below the website I use for my felt poinsettias, but pretty much you just start by taking your red felt and cutting out 3 4x4 centimeter squares, and on your green felt you'll actually cut out 3 5x5 centimeter squares. Next, you'll just take those squares and cut them from corner to corner to where you have 2 triangles. Next, you're going to take a triangle and just fold it in half, and you're going to cut from the center fold out at an angle. That way it'll create a diamond shape with your triangle. And you will do this to every triangle. You're going to place a dot of hot glue in the widest angle, and you're going to just pinch the fabric together until it holds. Now place a dot of hot glue on the outside of that fold and then fold the fabric down, and you'll repeat this to the other side as well. Now repeat this to the rest of the felt diamonds, both for the green and for the red. That way you can go ahead and just create all of those petals. Now you're going to start attaching all of those green petals together. You're going to place your hot glue on the side where the fold is. Once all 6 petals are attached together, just make a complete circle by attaching both ends together with some hot glue. And repeat this to the red petals as well. One side of my green flower actually stuck out a little more than the other side, so I'm going to make that the back of my poinsettia. Now I'm just going to add some hot glue to the back of the red flower and attach that right on top of the green flower. I added 3 little dots of hot glue to the center of my poinsettia, then I put 3 little rhinestones on top of those glue dots. Next, I cut out a circle in the green felt, which is 2 centimeters in diameter, and I just added some hot glue to the back of that and attached it to the back of my poinsettia. Next, I went ahead and started attaching my burlap shapes to the back of my ribbon using my hot glue gun again, and I just attached these shapes about every 2 inches from one another. Once they're all attached, go ahead and flip this over before the next step. Now just add your little poinsettias to the center of each little burlap piece, and hang your banner wherever you want. And for this pine cone decoration, I went around my yard and I picked up some pine cones and I just spray painted them with gold spray paint. Then I took some spray glue and sprayed that on them and sprinkled them with some silver glitter. Once that dried, I flipped over all the pine cones and repeated this to the back of them as well. And you want to let your pine cones completely dry before you move on to the next step. So at the Dollar General, I picked up a $4 vase and a string of 50 lights for $2.50. And I was taking some of the lights and I would put them in the bottom of the vase, and then I put a few of the pine cones, then I put a few more of the lights, then I put a few more of the pine cones, and I pretty much just kept alternating the pine cones and lights until I got it to where it was pretty and it looked very nice. So I found this red and green sparkly bow at the Dollar General, and so I just hot glued that to the front of the vase to make it a little more sparkly and festive. And then I put the vase on my nightstand with this little Christmas tree that I got for $3.50 at the Dollar General. And the bottom of it is actually wrapped in burlap, which went along perfect with the banner I made. And on top of my flannel candle, I put another pine cone, and then also I put my Forever Red body splash on my nightstand as well. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, then please leave a thumbs up and a comment below. Also, if you want to see other videos like DIY and fashion and beauty videos, then definitely subscribe so you do not miss anything. And until next time, bye.